Ever wonder why some team dynamics just break down, or why communication feels like a constant battle? Whether it's workplace tension, emotional burnout, or managing remote teams, most every leadership struggle traces back to one thing. People are operating on the developmental spectrum. Stage 1. Self-centered, also known as survival mode. The Wire. We are all born self-centered. It's not inherent selfishness, it's biological survival. It's driven by instinct, need, and immediate gratification. The reality, it's the starting point for every human. But when trauma, emotional neglect, or stalled growth freezes someone here, they operate permanently from me first. Leadership impact. If you are stuck in stage 1, you cannot lead. You can manage tasks, but you cannot lead people. Stage 2. Self-aware. The awakening. The shift. This is the turning point where a person realizes, my actions have consequences. My emotions aren't the only ones in the room. The reality. This is the birth of emotional intelligence. Leadership impact. In stage 2, you aren't a fully realized leader, yet you are learning how to lead yourself first. Stage 3. Awareness of others, or leadership maturity. The shift. The focus shifts from how do I look to how do I help them win. The feedback loop. You discover a paradox: helping others grow is what grows you. Supporting others strengthens you. Investing in your team creates a fulfillment loop that becomes addictively rewarding. Leadership impact. This is where true leadership lives. People don't follow you because of your title, they follow you because you elevate them. Here is the dangerous trap. Growth isn't a one-way street. You don't just reach stage 3 and stay there. Under extreme stress, acute insecurity, or ego threats, even strong leaders pull back into stage 1 survival behaviors. You become defensive and reactive. Recognizing your own regression is the true mark of a stage 3 leader. To turn this into a tool, run through these steps. First, identify your baseline. Where do you spend 80% of your time? Second, identify your triggers. What pressures pull you back into survival mode? And third, map your growth path. What is one intentional act of stage 3 awareness you can show your team this week? You might ask, what about big egos? Some people in leadership positions will never become leaders. And the reason is simple. Their ego is too big for them to see what they're missing. Today we're talking about the leaders who don't know what they don't know, and why ego is the #1 reason they stay stuck, stagnant, and ineffective. If you've ever worked for one, if you already know the damage they can do, if you've ever been one, this might be the wake-up call you needed. Let's get into it. Every human starts life in stage 1, self-centeredness. It's not selfish, it's survival. It's instinct. It's biology. But here's the issue. Some adults never leave stage 1. They grow older, but they don't grow up. Their emotional development stalls. Their self-awareness never activates. Their sense of self becomes oversized, fragile, and loud. And when someone stuck in stage 1 gets a leadership position, you get an egocentric leader who can't see beyond themselves. Ego-driven leaders don't know what they don't know because their ego blocks the very skills required to see it. Let's break it down. Ego blocks self-awareness. If you believe you're already great, you never look inward. Ego blocks feedback. Anything that threatens their self-image gets rejected. Ego blocks empathy. They can't see others clearly because they're obsessed with themselves. Ego blocks growth. Can't improve what you refuse to acknowledge. Ego blocks leadership. Leadership is influence, and ego destroys influence faster than incompetence. These leaders aren't just bad leaders, they're worse managers. Because management requires awareness, consistency, and emotional regulation, all things ego prevents. Most ego-driven leaders didn't choose ego. They fell into it because something in their development froze. Trauma, insecurity, addiction, emotional neglect. They rise into leadership roles because they're loud, confident, or forceful, not because they're capable. But once they're in the role, their ego becomes a cage. They can't grow because growth requires humility. They can't learn because learning requires admitting gaps. They can't lead because leadership requires awareness of others. And awareness of others is stage 3, the stage they never reach. Ego-driven leaders create fear, tension, turnover, silence, compliance instead of commitment. Teams that survive instead of thrive, people don't leave jobs, they leave stage 1 leaders. And the worst part? The ego-driven leader thinks everyone else is the problem. They don't know what they don't know, and they don't know that they don't know it. Here's the truth. Most ego-driven leaders will never change, not because they can't, but because they won't. Growth requires humility. Humility requires vulnerability. Vulnerability requires awareness. Awareness requires stepping out of stage 1. But some do change when something cracks the shell. A failure, a loss, a mentor, a moment of truth, personal awakening. When ego breaks, awareness enters. And awareness is the doorway to leadership. Leadership begins the moment you stop protecting your ego and start protecting your people. If you want to lead well, you must escape stage 1. If you want to inspire people, you must outgrow your ego. If you want to build something meaningful, you must become aware of others. Leadership isn't about being the biggest voice in the room. It's about being the most aware. If this message hit home, whether you've worked for an ego-driven leader or you've seen pieces of stage 1 in yourself, stick around, because the Want To Project is all about growing leaders who grow people. That starts with awareness. If you are serious about being a leader, let go of your ego. Get out of your way and forget everything you know about micromanaging. It's time to embrace new age micromanaging. It isn't about controlling people or hovering over tasks. Intentional leadership focuses on the small micro moments. It's about being in the right place at the right time. It's fixing issues before they ignite. Helping, listening, and maneuvering yourself to be there. These are the little things that most people overlook. But if you're truly paying attention, these moments shout at you. And when they do, you jump into action. But here's the secret. Never mention it. Not to them, not to anyone. You don't do it for credit. You might feel like your efforts go unnoticed from time to time, but make no mistake, everyone is watching you, how you walk and talk, how you react, and how you respond. When you master these micro moments, you don't need to force authority. Everyone becomes your cheerleader. That is the magic of stage 3 leadership. Just be the one who cares for the ones who care, creating an unstoppable cycle of success. Pay attention to the micro moments. That's how real leadership is built. My name is Jim Rutherford, and this is the Want To Project.